Thank you very much. Well, today I am simply a carrier pigeon. And the message that I'm carrying on my leg for you today is all included in this little booklet called The Wonderful World of Nature. The author of it is Sam Postlethwait and Richard Arnold, more commonly known as Dick Arnold. This will be up in just a minute. This was first published in 2010, some 8 years ago. And Sam and Dick have continued to collaborate on publishing the kind of messages and the kind of photographs that I'm going to show you today. And their last publication is called Just Passing Through, and it consists of the same kind of material of a photograph and a message on each page. So essentially what I will be showing you from this point on is totally the work of Sam and Dick. I take no credit for any of it. This is The Wonderful World of Nature. It was published by Richard Arnold and Sam Postlethwait as a Christmas present for their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren in 2010. Dick Arnold, the author for most of this, retired from the Natural Resources Conservation Service of USDA in 2000. His research area was identification of soil types, and he helped in developing the worldwide system for labeling soils. Just 3 years ago, he was awarded a gold medal by Russia for his cooperation and efforts in that work. As all of you know, of course, Sam Postlethwait very well, because he's been a member of this club for the past 33 years. And he has been awarded many honors by you, the members of this club. So you know his contributions. This project, The Wonderful World of Nature, began about 9 years ago when Sam was putting photographs on the internet, and he began receiving a paragraph about each one. That paragraph was written by Dick Arnold. Initially, these two gentlemen did not know each other, but soon discovered that they were neighbors living just across the golf course from each other. Friendship and collaboration followed, and this was the first of many small publications they have produced. Well, Sam is now 99 years old, and Dick is 88 years old, but they continue publication such as this one just the last month ago, so they're still very functional. It's a pleasure for me today to present you the artistry and the philosophy of these two gentlemen. I will simply show you photographs and then read to you verbatim the text which accompanies each. I am sure that you will find them an inspiration to the new year 2018. Behold, each has a title. Behold a new day, wavelengths of energy, so engrossing that we quickly become absorbed in the wondrous shades of orange and yellow as the sky once again beckons us welcome. What a wonderful world we have an opportunity to enjoy as we continue our journey. It is indeed a gift of welcome joy. The ravens of dawn silently await the warmth and brightness of another day, knowing that their time will soon be theirs, and the hours ahead will hold both splendors yet unseen. But you too are privy to this ceremony of greeting. You too are about to embark on a trip into the unknown that awaits you. You too have the honor and the privilege to be accelerated by one of the seemingly rare sights of a pre-dawn. as all the world awakens and hears the songs of birds, the rustle of breezes, and the feel of the freshness of a new day. When nature mimics art, perspective means a lot when you examine the details of some objects. Perhaps that is why many sculptors and plants reach across the abyss of closed minds and enable us to experience the commonality of space and time in ways that tingle our senses and make us realize that we are sojourners together in this part of the cosmos. The symbolism here is what you want it to be. The reality is unstated, but perception and desire let it obtain a meaning that can be real for you. Perhaps they are lovers, entangled in the doors of romance. Perhaps it is mother and child, sharing the bond of togetherness and caring. Perhaps it is the struggle for survival in an unforgiving environment. Is not the color green one of the emeralds, and renewal and the promise of better things yet to come? Oh yes. It is the perspective that fires our imagination and dreams and broadens our visions of hope. Wait, please hear me. Would you come a little closer? Thank you. I want to share something with you. Have you ever served others in an outreach effort? Oh, I do hope you have, because then what I want to share will not be new, but will simply a reminder of what you have been doing as a servant leader in your area of interest. None of us began life brain dead, but we often overlook the lessons that were presented to us earlier in life. Your parents, your family, your friends, your teachers, your colleagues are all a part of the scheme to help you recognize that one of the interesting roles available in life is to comfort others. Why? Because no one is without pain or sorrow or joy or enthusiasm. And they hurt because they cannot readily share these emotions. You can help. You can care. Yes, I am just a flower, but I try my best to reach out to those in need. Please join me. When water falls, do you listen to water? It is one of the wonderful voices of nature. Hearing raindrops find their way through a forest canopy, or splashing on rocks, or tumbling over little falls are such delights. Once water is on land, it will begin its search for the ocean, following old pathways, making new ones, evaporating, condensing again, often having many stops and starts along the way. We know we cannot survive without fresh water, maybe because so much of our body is water, or maybe because we know we cannot survive in ocean water with its salt content. A stream is a magnet drawing us further and further around the bend, enticing us to join in the singing of praises for the many glories of our world. Circus performance. Nature has many theaters where acrobats perform. Delicately poised and balanced, this colorful artist awaits her turn to display her techniques and aerodynamic talents. Very few people have been dazzled by her mastery of rapid twists and turns and whirls. It is like a magic show where sleight of hand maneuvers amuse us as we try to guess what has been taking place. Insects, birds, and animals are wonderful acrobats, especially if we are patient and are alert to the possibilities of another program to be performed. Giving thanks every day. One of the awesome things about living on this planet is when you wake up in the morning and realize that there is a new day ahead. It can be a good one or a mediocre one, depending on your attitude. You can be in charge of yourself and your interactions with others. You can influence this day for others with a smile, a thank you, or you are welcome. Small acts of kindness that are done simply and sincerely raise the self-esteem of others who need a helping hand. And when the day is done, and you see the play of lights above, you too will know the feeling of thanksgiving in your heart. Yes, it is important. Well, if you must know, I was thinking about why you humans have such strong feelings, positive and negative, about others. Discrimination is a tragic vice of your species, and it seems much more sensible to be tolerant of biodiversities of all kinds. Yes, I am just put together this way. It is normal for me. It is a timeless structure that has supported our species for a very long time. Thank you for reconsidering me and for accepting me just the way I am. Your time will come. Nothing is ever truly given to you without attachments. There are always conditions that must be met. It is much easier, wiser, to remain alert to your surroundings and keep a sharp eye for activities that may occur. Many opportunities will present themselves, and you must choose which will provide the best outcomes for you. There will be failures, perhaps many of them, but they are only temporary. With the right attitude and patience, your time will come. When the time is right. It is calm, it is quiet, and the stillness belies the urges that are here. Waiting, cautious, curious, yet wanting to test the situation. But millennial-old instincts and patience are the better part of valor. To the casual observer, it is a colorful scene on flowering thistles. A yellow finch looks intently at a bumblebee partaking of nectar, realizing that the time is not right. It is somewhat like looking both directions before crossing a busy street. Being alert, evaluating consequences, and reacting appropriately is truly a meaningful process. Within one's comfort zone. The earthly litter on this day consists of wonderful yellows, tans, and browns of maple leaves, which create a velvety carpet beneath our feet. The freshness softens any crunch, and one is swept along in reverie, slowly following the path ahead. When you are nervous or under stress, overly concerned, it is usually very good medicine to spend some time alone walking on old familiar paths where the environment envelops you in your comfort zone. Our subconscious notices a turn ahead. A saying of a wise old sage goes like this, quote, "The path ends here if you do not take the turn," quote. So know who you are and learn to be comfortable taking turns. Light of variability. A gene here, a gene there, a mutation here, a mutation there. Even in the same family and species, there are variations that speak to the uniqueness of life. Change continues to happen, and so we are privy to experience the delight of shades of colors, numbers of petals, length of stamens and pistils, times of maturity, and a myriad of other features if we just choose to be observant. There are hidden charms at our very fingertips, yet often we are absorbed in other concerns and do not pause long enough to comprehend the complexity and the wonderful beauty of the myriad of patterns in nature. If you stand back, you will even find a happy face here. Oh, such delight. Lest you forget, I am vigilant. I am alert. I am strong and viable. I believe in freedom. I believe in human rights for the good of all, not just a few. I believe in unity and choices. I represent the greatest example of democracy the world has ever known, and the responsibility and values for which it stands. I am an American bald eagle, our national bird and emblem. As you continue your journey, do not forget who you are, where you are, and what you can do to further the well-being of all things on this earth. Learning together. There are many lessons to learn while we go through life. That means there are teachers, mentors, role models, friends, family, and others who are important to what is offered and what is expected. It has been demonstrated time and time again that the most effective leaders are those who first of all are servants. What does that mean? It means I want to help you. I want you to succeed. I will show you the way. Yes, that is the right way. You are doing great. So it is all about caring and sharing. And servant leaders are very special to us all. Pecking order. There is always someone leading and others who are following. There is a line for this and a line for that. There is a first in line, the leader, the courageous, the foolish, the brave, the quickest, the curious, the elder, the parent, and maybe one who's just there by chance. Does responsibility go with being a leader? We generally assume so, and thus we expect more from that individual. A good follower helps create a team that works well together. In a lifetime, there are numerous opportunities and challenges to be a leader and be a follower. Choices matter. This is one of my favorites. Impressions. It's actually a fence, and the black on those fence posts are shadows. fascinating. Impressions. No matter where you are born, how you were raised, how much you studied, or how far you have traveled, you will only know trivia about the world in which you exist. Even if our brains have the potential to hold vastly more data and information than they currently do, it still would be a pittance. But do not despair. That is not your mission or your purpose in life. You are to do the best that you can do of whatever. Look at this scene. You do not need to explain it or even know where it is. Far better to enjoy the perspective, the juxtapositions, the challenge, and be thankful that you have the ability to see and imagine. On being your best. It is important to achieve the best you can in the things you choose to do. Yes, it is a matter of pride, and that is good. Yes, because sometimes you will be the clear winner, and that is exciting. Yes, it shows that you have determination and perseverance and do not give up easily. That is surely admirable. There will be times when no one seems to notice that you are there, or a part of a joint effort, or helping someone else. So what is important? Inside, you are a heart and a soul that defines who you are. It is not a name, or a degree, or a position. It is a set of values that reveals that you care, that you want others to do well, that each day is a gift in which you strive to achieve. Being your best is what life is all about. Is this fun or what? When you are hungry, you may try almost anything to get some satisfaction. There must be something just under all this green stuff. It tickles my nose. How about you? Our moms don't seem to be having much trouble. Well, what do you do when you stick your beak under the scum? Suck in? Or wait? Or blow bubbles? Or what? There seems to be an awful lot of lessons here. We have to learn, practice over and over, and then maybe over again. Okay, soon it will be line swimming time again. I'm about ready for a nap in the warm sunshine and soft grass. Hey, don't swallow all of that. Before you go, gold is a precious metal, and it has been for many, many centuries. In keeping with that enigmatic situation, there may still be some common sense relative to the accumulation and the hoarding of gold. I, for one, share mine readily with each succeeding generation of finches. But that is not the point I wish to make. Rather, it is this. He who knows when he has enough is indeed wealthy. As you continue your journey, observe the disparities that separate groups of people, and remember that you can be a good example by understanding the merits of having enough and no more. Kissing a flower. Many things in life take considerable skill, patience, and desire. We keep learning this over and over and still make a few mistakes. You can't be too early because the flower hasn't opened. And you can't be too late because the petals will be withered and brown. Knowing where and when to act are important decisions, but well worth the effort. May you have much joy kissing the flowers in your life. Coming together. The celery bog and its surrounding landscapes are a symbol of how things in life come together. There are relationships here that reflect some important values of humankind. They can be found in the wildlife and their struggles throughout the annual season. They can be observed in the integration of plant species, native and anthropic ecosystem. They can be detected in the beauty and majesty of the myriad of flowers that find a home in this habitat. In a study by the United Nations University, the cultural values of 1,600 cultural groups reveal that all of us throughout the entire world believe in 5 basic values. These are honesty, compassion, fairness, responsibility, and respect. Moral values most commonly referred to people-to-people relationships. Yet on closer inspection, we see that these same values, if applied to nature and our environments, would dramatically change the world we live in. It could be the coming together of humankind and nature in global harmony never before experienced. First value, honesty. Why is honesty the world's first right value? Without the truth, without being honest about things, all of the rest of our value systems will likely fail. Often the truth is stressful and even may reflect on our character. It is certainly difficult for those who want to control, to hide facts, or to mislead others. So when we speak to one another, we should look them in the eye, speak with a calm voice, without threats or evil intentions, and tell the truth. Harmony has a chance if we begin with this one. Compassion. Compassion is the world's second-ranked value. Compassion means caring about others and not only yourself. When you care enough, you share what you have with others who are less fortunate. You are concerned about their well-being, knowing that what you give will be shared in more ways than you can imagine. Having empathy for the conditions and circumstances of all living things and for the environment is just the right thing to do. Without compassion, actions will never be undertaken in meaningful ways to provide the love so desperately needed. And fairness. Fairness is easily the number 3 moral value of humanity. In our highly competitive world where we have grown up, it is often more really difficult to be fair. Fairness means letting others perform to their potential and helping them do it without bias. It does not mean that we are equal in all things. Of course not. Our genetic codes still have something to do with limitations. But that is never an excuse for not accepting and allowing experiences that exhibit the best of our human nature. Taking turns and sharing with others goes from the playground to treating available resources fairly. Responsibility. Responsibility is also a common sense moral value. It is important that we do not take actions without responsibility for the consequences. Becoming a parent or a caregiver requires duties that others depend on for their survival and well-being. Anger or selfishness or favoritism are feelings that conflict with being truly responsible. Thus, we need to learn quickly the lessons of cause and effect in human relationships. If you use or abuse anything, it is you who must stand up and be accountable, and it is not always a comfortable experience. Respect, the fifth value. Respect for all things requires from us a major change in our thinking. Respect relates to how we envision and view people, things, ideas, thoughts, and the earth, including all of its biotic and abiotic components. That is a tall order. We know that we each want to be respected, and we believe that it must be earned. It is not a God-given quality. Respect provides meaning to our existence. It supports other values that make living the most wonderful experience imaginable. Without respect, we cannot achieve harmony with nature, nor with humanity. And that would surely deter us from our purpose or being. Let me capture both. I know you think I am just a flower, a lonely little soul shining here in my surroundings. But let me assure you that what you think is probably not the whole story. You like my yellows and oranges against a hazy green background? Do you know what the real magic is? It is the fact that I can be the sunrise in all of the delightful emotions associated with beginnings and promise and hope and exhilaration. It is also the fact that I can be the sunset in all the delightful emotions that bring out comfort, completion, satisfaction, and well-being on earth. Not many flowers have such an opportunity to represent the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end of a wonderful God-given day. I am glad that you are here, that you can bask in the symbolism of another day of opportunity. May your dreams be good, realistic, and without compromise. Another one of my favorites. This is a dandelion photographed across the sky. Artistry and creativity of Sam Postlethwait. A dreamer of dreams. Never, ever give up being a dreamer of dreams. They are too valuable to discard or file away until all conditions are right. Dreams fire our imagination and warm the ashes of creativity. They allow us to go where no one has gone before. The last one. You can hang on as long as possible, waiting for the inevitable. And of course, it will happen. Is it relevant? Does it matter? Or is this some sort of myth carried on from generation to generation? I honestly do not know if it is a signal, a reminder, an expression of unrequited love, or just simply nothing. I like it. says to me that persistence is truly important, that hanging in there matters, that he who sees the last rays of the sunset will be astonished. Uncertainty is a given in this life, and being the last one to drop happens to be one of them. Wag your head, blink your eyes, there you are, at the edge of another world, one of wonder, of excitement, and of hope. Yes, of hope. If you have enjoyed this, please give Director applause to take himself.